Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy III for the Nintendo Famicom system. Before we head into the Tower of Owen, I'm going to make a quick pit stop back at the Village of the Ancients to pick up some Echo Herbs. The Echo Herbs remove the silence status from your characters, and the Petite Mages in the tower can cast that spell. There's a few Echo Herbs inside the tower, but it may not be enough to get us through the tower. So just for safety's sake, I'm going to take a quick trip back to the Village of the Ancients here and grab the Echo Herbs. This is the first place that could actually sell them. So, should have picked them up earlier, but oh well, it's a quick trip. So, just grab 10 of them, and grab some potions as well. So, and then we'll be ready to head back to the Tower of Owen. So, heal ourselves up. We used a little bit of spell charges there, battling a bunch of Sahagins. So, might as well fill up. We can hop on a chocobo and get back to our ship without any encounters. And then hopefully we don't get too many on the sea. So, let's go find our little chocobo. And like in Final Fantasy II, when we let the chocobo go, it can run across the water. So why can't it just carry us across the water? Let's chase it. Yeah, look at him. He runs right across the water. Yeah, we could have used you, chocobo. But, probably could have got past this whirlpool with you, but as is, we're going to have to go into the Tower of Owen and see if there's something inside it that can help us get past that whirlpool. First, we gotta get past all these little frogs. Always blocking our way. So, I'm gonna head back to this little hole here. Once we get to that hole, we're going to cast the Toad spell, turn into toads, and as soon as we're turned into toads, we'll be taken into this little, into this new area. And as soon as you get to this new area, you want to change back from Toad right away. Because when you're a Toad in battle, you can't really do anything. Like, unlike Minnie, where at least you can cast some spells, with Toad you can't do anything. So, welcome to the Tower of Owen and your doom. So we talk with Desch there, and he basically says, hey, you know, like, we gotta get to the Tower of Owen. That old man's right. I have a destiny here. So the tower is literally basically like these small little rooms. There's gonna be quite a few of them, but it's not a very big dungeon. So it's, I think, 10 floors high, but each floor is only, you know, one room. So basically a 10-room dungeon. Of course, there's some pretty annoying enemies. Here's a new one here. These Fardarings. They, as you saw, they can cast the Blizzard spell. Deal some decent damage. And they have the Toad spell too. And that, of course, turns you into Toad. To cure the Toad spell, just have to have Baby Moo cast Toad back on the person, or if you have the Maiden Kiss. You know, always the princess kisses the frog, it turns it into a prince. Well, this one, it turns your frog back into a person. So, back into a mouse. There we go, we've got a maiden kiss right there. Yeah, those Echo Herbs will be in good hand in case those Petite Mages, they're the ones who can cast the mute spell on you. You don't necessarily have to, basically the only ones you have to worry about getting muted are your Black Wizard and your White Wizard. Ha ha ha. Because if your fighter, or your Black Belt gets muted, it doesn't matter to them because they don't use any spells. So Desch remembers he's one of the Ancients, who were told the Ancients were that old civilization that unfortunately abused the power of the light and forced the Warriors of Darkness to come and rescue the world. You'll be trapped here forever. Oh, on the 5th floor, 8 steps on the west wall, there should be a switch for a door. So you could go all the way to the left and then count over. Just basically go over to where this hole is, and then press the button on top of there. that turfing sword that we got, that is only usable by a red mage. We're not going to use any red mages anymore, because they're kind of obsoleted. So the no glitch job speedrun uses the red mage for the entire playthrough. But no. But they kind of abuse a level up glitch and make it the mage super duper powerful right at the beginning of the game. So we don't have that luxury. So we're just going to be using all the other jobs. So these jobs won't have too much more use. We've got about 2 more dungeons to go with them. So and then we'll be going after the next crystal, the fire crystal. Speaking of fire, we just used the fire spell there. On our way up, we just want to basically be using your Black Mage's lowest level spells. Save your big spells for the boss at the end. So, and Baby Moo, not too much important. She can just use her spells, all the healing spells. You want to really use that arrow spell from it, you can save that for damage, but alright, just keep heading on up here. Like they said, this place was full of machinery. So the ancients were a pretty advanced civilization here. Well, with that, I guess. Oh, so Desch doesn't say anything new here. Let's grab some more of these echo orbs, a bomb shard. Cast like a fire spell when used in battle. Remember, if you use items in battle, still want to try to have the character with the highest intelligence use them to get the bonus. So here's our last new enemy here, the Blood Bat. I want to concentrate on the petite mages because that's the one that can use the mute spell. Luckily, these bats aren't as annoying as they are in future Final Fantasies. In future Final Fantasies, they're not really hard, but they use a spell called Blood Suck, and they usually come in large groups, and just the battles with them take so long because you have like maybe 6 bats, and they're all using the Blood Suck ability on you, and it just keeps the spell animation pops up, and whatchamacallit, you have to sit through all those spell animations, and yeah, kind of annoying. And of course, when they do the blood drain, it heals them up. But for the most part, the bats tend to not have a lot of hit points, so they're annoying. They come in large groups, but they fall pretty easily. As you can see, we use the Echo Herb there, and Tupelo's back on his being able to speak. And that is all the new enemies here, other than the boss at the very top of the tower. Let's keep heading on up. We don't have too much more to go. Like I said, 10 floors, and the 10th floor is just the boss floor. So let's grab the rest of the treasures here. More echo herbs. And we got 3 more treasure chests up on the next level. It's kind of annoying that they keep moving our potions down to the bottom. Even though I'm pulling them up here at the top, they just for some reason the game orders them to the wrong way. So, alright, final floor with real enemies on it, and quite a bit of treasure. Unfortunately, we gotta go out of our way to grab some of that treasure. Salaman, that is a fire sword, so we'll equip that on Fang. So he will have a fire sword and a lightning sword in his left hand. Now, one of the interesting things is swords have their elemental properties no matter what hand they're in, as long as you have 2 weapons equipped. But if you have a shield, and say you equip the shield in the right hand and the elemental sword in your left hand, it won't have the elemental properties. So yeah, it's just a weird bug. So if you're gonna use a shield, always have the shield in the left hand. So now we see a little character there, a sprite. That's the boss of the area. And just heal ourselves up. And in the name of Lord Zandy, I, Medusa, will drop this continent out of the sky. Now die. Oh, you have to fight Medusa. And like the Medusa of myth, this Medusa can turn you into stone with the glance spell. If you get turned to stone with the glance spell, you have to use a golden needle to remove the petrification. So there's like two types of petrifications in this game. There's the one petrification that like turns you right into stone, and then there's a gradual petrification where basically you have to get hit like 3 times, and like on the 3rd hit you get turned into stone. That's the kind that we'll eventually end up having. Eventually there'll be staffs that like your white mage or the upgraded white mage class can use. And one of their properties is when they hit the character, they inflict that partial petrification. So it's one way to get like a white mage or the upgraded white mage to be pretty good at fighting, because all they have to do is hit 3 times and they take out an enemy. Because they're not taking it out with damage, they're taking it out with the effect of the staffs. It seems like we either get a really good round or we get a really poor round. So this is obviously a very, very poor round. Fang, Tangeweenie all missed everything, and Tupelo's magic did basically nothing. So, lousy round right there. But, let's see, that's a much better round right there. And your fighters are really, really carrying this one. As you can see, Medusa has some pretty good magic defense, so not a lot of damage being done by either of our mages. And there was the break spell there. Luckily it's fairly inaccurate, so you don't, like I said, have to be worried too much about it. And with that, Medusa falls. And apparently Medusa has hijacked this tower, and is going to make the floating continent fall. The flame is blazing violently out of control. Wait, don't get too close, it's dangerous. I got my memory back. I'm the guardian of the tower, and one of the last ancients. I was asleep for eons. I was supposed to awaken when this tower was in danger. I overslept. The damage is extensive, but it's not too late. I need to go inside and stabilize the reactor. Sounds dangerous, or else this continent will lose power and fall out of the sky. I guess this is goodbye. Thank you for everything. Desch, you'll die. This is my destiny. When I stop the maelstrom near the tower, go to the north. You'll find the power of fire there. Soon, I'll warp you all out of here. He tells us to go north where the dwarfs are. That's where we'll find the power of fire. Desch! Spoiler, Desch is okay. Like I said, last game, Final Fantasy II, was pretty dark. This game's more like lighthearted, so don't worry. Desch will be okay. He knows what he's doing. He's an ancient, and we'll see him again. So, but won't be for a real long time. But thankfully, he saves the floating continent, and he, more importantly for us, removes that whirlpool, which is blocking the way to the outer sea. Now, when we were riding around the world on that chocobo, there was a village over here that we couldn't reach because it's blocked off by mountains. We're going to head to that village here now. Even though we were told to go to the north to visit the dwarfs, we want to stop at this village real quick. So, get some short treasure. And luckily this village is right next to this healing forest that we ended up when we escaped Bahamut, when we first found Desch. This is a good place to heal ourselves up. Here, we got lucky and we encountered the only 2 remaining enemies in the sea that we've yet to encounter, so all in one battle, so nice. killer fish are obviously the ones on the right, and the sea elementals are the wisps on the left. So, once again, they are all weak to lightning, so Tupelo can deal a lot of damage with his bolt spell. And the fish don't have too many hit points, and plus Fang there with one of his swords, the serpent sword, has the elemental, the lightning elemental to it, so you can pretty much one-shot these guys. Let's finish off these enemies. And with that, we've encountered all the sea enemies, so now we can just off-screen all the battles in the sea. And there'll probably be quite a few of them as we head back to see the dwarfs, but we'll visit them in our next episode, along with the people in this village. What kind of village is this one? Find out in our next episode. Take care, have a good day. Bye.